Hi, my name is Natalie Aguilar-Fox, and I will be discussing ocean acidification. Do you enjoy visiting the ocean or eating seafood? There are a lot of towns around the globe that are centered around the ocean, whether that be culturally, economically, and so on. The ocean has become a way of life for many. The ocean is an important part of our planet, but we often take it for granted since we're so used to it. It surrounds us. And that means that oftentimes we forget to take care of it and the marine life that resides in it. So one way is through pollution. While many are aware of the very dangers of trash pollution in the ocean, another danger that many forget to consider is pollution through carbon dioxide. I grew up in Seattle, surrounded by the ocean. I grew up learning to paddleboard and swim, and I was surrounded by communities that placed great importance on the ocean and sea life. My school educated me on the environment and how important it is to take care of sea life. Ocean acidification is a growing threat that harms marine life, communities, and our planet. In an acidic ocean, marine life struggles to survive, and communities that solely rely on the ocean will falter. Ocean acidification is caused by greenhouse gas emissions that humans are responsible, which reduces the pH level in the ocean, making it more acidic. Although it can be resolved through legislation and increased efforts and research towards reducing ocean acidification that we must support. Let's begin with describing why ocean acidification is so harmful. Sea creatures are dying, and it is having a detrimental impact on people's lives through their communities and economies. An article written by Scott C. Downey and multiple other authors published in 2016 by the University of Washington describes the harm of ocean acidification and the harm it brings to sea life. When the ocean becomes more acidic, it creates a harmful environment for sea creatures to live in. Oftentimes, they cannot adapt since the ocean is acidifying at a more rapid rate than sea creatures can adapt. As a result, many sea creatures struggle to survive, and many will eventually go extinct. If marine life begins to falter, this also has a detrimental impact on us humans. There are many communities across the globe that rely on marine life and seafood especially. An article published by Journal of Advances in Modeling Earth Systems in 2023 by Li-Ching Jiang and other authors describes how many towns have an economy that solely relies on fishing. So, when they no longer have access to fish or other seafood, their economy crumbles, and many communities are harmed. This has a global impact, though, because this will impact the food supply across the globe if our supply in seafood decreases. This makes our planet very more insecure when it comes to food, as food security declines and we are missing a large part of seafood. Now, why is this happening to the ocean to cause this? The cause of ocean acidification is greenhouse gas emissions. As our planet has released more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, the ocean has absorbed it. Think of the ocean very similar to trees. They both have their part in reducing the greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere. While this is very good and many people love it, it begins to come to a point where it is too much for the ocean. Li-Ching Jiang and others in an article published by Journal of Advances in Modeling Earth Systems in 2023 explains how carbon dioxide enters the ocean and then it interacts with carbonic acid. When they react together, this releases ions that reduce the pH levels of the ocean, making seawater more acidic. This helps with the prevention of global warming, but at what cost? While the impact of ocean acidification is serious, there is still time to fix this. The solution to ocean acidification is supporting legislation such as the Coastal Communities Ocean Acidification Act of 2025. A study done by Craig S. Young, published by Frontiers in Marine Science in 2022, focused on the impact of ocean acidification and that it had on sea life such as mussels, clams, and other small sea creatures, and how sea kelp interfered with that. Now, basically what happened is they created two different environments of where there was ocean acidity, and in both of them there were sea creatures such as mussels and clams, but in one of them they had sea kelp. In the environment where there was no sea kelp, mussels and the other sea creatures struggled to survive as the ocean acidification created a very toxic environment. But in the other controlled group, in the other environment where there's sea kelp, it was proven that sea kelp places great importance in reducing the ocean acidification levels. So something that is very important in legislation and something that scientists must do is focus on promoting the growth of more sea plants in the ocean, especially kelp, because of the great impact it has on ocean acidification. Now, the main solution that we can take part in is by supporting legislators, by calling representatives, or lobbying that has a great impact on ocean acidification. This includes the Coastal Communities Ocean Acidification Act of 2025, which is a recent act focused on the protection of the ocean. It is focused on working with coastal communities, such as native tribes or other communities that might be impacted, while also researching and monitoring ocean acidification. It's important that we also focus on the impact it has on communities, but this research is also very important. John M. Guinot and Victoria J. Fabry in Ocean Acidification and Its Potential Effects on Marine Ecosystems claim that research on ocean acidification is very important. It helps predict changes in marine life and its ecosystem, which helps predict ways that scientists can make decisions in managing pH levels. Overall, promoting research will be a long-term investment in reducing ocean acidification and making predictions on how marine life will be impacted. To review, ocean acidification is a growing threat that harms marine life, communities, and our planet. Marine life struggles to survive in an acidic ocean, and even though it is small, a small decrease in pH levels, many species may go extinct. This also has a huge impact on coastal communities that rely on the ocean. Greenhouse gases have not only heated our planet, but also destroyed our oceans, and it is important we take legislative action and support it to reduce the ocean acidification levels on this planet.